Alrighty then. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Win in Hand. I'm Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Agent Gambit. Sorry I sound tired as fuck, that's because I am. I mean, my bad for starting it so late. I had all kinds of shit going on today, so took a while. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back. What's good, YouTube? What's up, Jamal? Welcome back to Win in Hand. I'm Royal Flush, Draco Why? Rex, Agent Sound Gambit. Hear myself and Sorry I shit. sound tired as fuck, that's because I Give me am. 1 second, let me cut that shit out. My bad for starting it. Alrighty. What's up, JKS? Kind of got cold, man. Yeah, we live, man. Sorry, it's been a minute. It's been so long. I damn near forgot how to work OBS and YouTube and shit. I had to refresh myself with this shit. What's up, Lay? What's up, Stardust? Man, it's been a minute. My apologies for not being around. I just had other shit going on in my life. Nothing too serious, just stuff you gotta take care of. You feel me? What's up, Jemiah? And I haven't been around. And plus, be really real with you, I feel like a lot of times, when we do these podcasts and shit, we always mow over the same shit over and over. It might be a different topic, but it's the same shit over and over. You feel me? I ain't gonna front, I got a little burnt out on it. This is the same shit. And plus, whenever I feel like I want to talk my shit, just, go on the round table. And I feel like that's what the round table is for. I feel like the round table is meant more for, how do I put this? Uh, Fuckery. You feel me? That's where that shit. Round table is good for that. But sometimes when you sit here by yourself, I know y'all with me, right? But really, it's just still me in my game room by myself talking to y'all and shit. And sometimes I feel like it's just me rambling on about the same shit again and again and again. You know what I mean? What's up, Lincoln? But it's like I say the same shit over because a lot of times when new shit come up, it's the same shit again. It's just in a different skin. You feel me? Some bullshit happened that motherfuckers spin a certain story a certain way and publish it, or even if they don't do that, even if they publish it in the way they feel most accurate, you know what I'm saying, and they still get shit for it, you know what I'm saying, and then motherfuckers take their story and misconstrue it in a way that it's not really how they say that shit. You know what I'm saying? They misconstrued it and get mad, and then expect other motherfuckers to get mad with them and shit. And y'all kind of know what I'm talking about already, right? But that shit happens so many times that's like, well, how we keep talking about this shit? But really, now that I got a little bit more free time, and plus, I really want to talk about Death Stranding, man, because that's a polarizing ass game, right? People have different opinions on it, whether they like it or not. And I don't know if it's 50-50 or not. I guess I run with the crew that likes it more than hate it. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of people I know that don't like it, online and offline, right? And me, I'll be real with y'all. It's no disrespect to the game. This is not a pun, but I've been through a journey with this motherfucking game, right? Because at first I was intrigued, and then I got bored. Yeah, like real shit. I got bored for a second, and then I don't know. Like, all right, let me talk about this game. No spoilers though. I'm just gonna tell y'all about my experience with this game, right? So whether people hate it or love it, I don't know how they feel about it. All I can tell y'all is how I feel. And plus, I don't even like recommending games to people because I feel like if you recommend games, is not something you can just recommend to a motherfucker. There's too many. It's such a broad strokes of what games can be. You feel me? Like you recommend a turn-based game to me, I'll slap the shit out of you. I'm like, why would you even recommend this shit to me? You know I don't like this shit. You know what I mean? So games are like such a large category of entertainment that you can't just recommend shit to a motherfucker randomly. You gotta know the motherfucker at least, right? So me, I came into this game, right? Whether other people like it or hate it, I popped it in. The first hour I was just entranced because I was like, what the fuck is all this? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is all this shit? And the thing is, it's not like the game is it's not like it's difficult to understand. It's very straightforward. Like as you play the game just open itself to you and let you know what it really is, right? And you just basically play through the shit. The storyline's not hard to keep up with. You know what I mean? This, yeah, I mean, yeah, Jemiah on number nine. Like, you on chapter nine, bro? I'm not even as close as you are. I'm not even near as close. I've been fucking around the world too much. I haven't even. I'm not even halfway to chapter nine. Let's just say that. I'm like, yeah, I am halfway, I guess. I'm on chapter four. I'm like the end of chapter four, I think. But like my just within these four chapters, man, I went through a whole journey of emotion with this game, right? Because at first, the first hour, I was like in trance. I gotta know what's going on. I had to like figure the shit out, right? And I think about 7 or 8 hours in, right? I was kind of bored. I ain't gonna front. I was kind of bored because I'm just carrying packages, right? And during that somewhere between that 6th and 8th hour of playing, right, I just kind of got bored of it for a little bit. And the only reason I kept playing, well, there's a couple of reasons. The game looks really good, but it wasn't really about the looks. It was just I got kind of bored of the gameplay for a little bit, right? And I continue on because I want to know the story of the game because the story still had me hooked. And so after I went on for another couple of hours, I wasn't bored no more. Not only was I not bored no more, I was excited for shit. You know what I mean? At first, during those hours, I ain't gonna front. I was like, "Oh shit, is it not for me? Is this game not for me? Because I'm getting bored." You know what I'm saying? I don't know if other motherfuckers felt that way. I don't know if they played through the whole game hating it or loving it, but me, I had peaks and valleys with this game, man. At first, it's not that I was enjoying the gameplay or nothing. It's just the whole thing just had me in trance. I just had to know what's going on. I was glued to the TV, right? Usually when I play video games, and even if it's a like narrative based game, I already have like my laptop blaring, you know what I'm saying, some YouTube shit going on my laptop or music on like some other shit just in my game room, right? Game room loud as fuck. But with this game, I turned everything else off. I just sat there and just look at the screen and just listen to the game, right? It's rare. It's a rare thing for a game to do that to me. I ain't gonna front because because I mean I still had YouTube running when I was playing God of War. Like I still had my, you know what I'm saying? I had like music and shit on in the background and stuff. But this game, I sat in silence and played it. But within like right around that 6th, 7th hour, I got a little bored. I don't know what it was. I got bored of it. I'm like, man, this is not for me, I don't think, right? And I was like, man, maybe it isn't for me. But I continue on because the story had me entranced enough because I want to know what happened. So I just made the deliveries just to get to the cutscenes and stuff. Took a while too. But within that time, as I get more stuff and as I understand the world better and all that shit, I start like liking it. You know what I mean? Like I just like all this new shit that I'm getting. I get a vehicle and all this other shit. And the game start opening it up to you. There's a million things you could do. I got hype on my first weapon. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a weapon. Like this man's like hardcore trying to not have you kill nobody. You know what I mean? Because even your weapons are non-lethal and it's I don't know, it just entranced me. And ever since then I've been hooked. After that, like I think that I want to say about 13 hours in, I was hooked. The first couple of hours was like up and down. Real shit, JKS. I feel like I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just go back to the MC5 because I wasn't hooked. I wasn't hooked in the couple of first hours. I wasn't. I didn't. I didn't really. It didn't mesh with me as a gamer. You feel me? My whole life, I always felt like games should be very interactive, and I never gave credit for how interactive this game is. If you think about it, this game took my whole attention. Every other game, I mean, I could still have other shit going in the background. This game, I kept everything to a minimum. I just played this game, right? I never realized how like in this game I was in. But I did get bored. I got bored for a solid 3 4 hours of that game. And I'm like, man, I'm just trying to get to the next cutscene. Is basically all I'm doing. You know what I mean? I was basically just trying to get to the next cutscene. But I don't know, right around the 12th, 13th hour of playing the game, I started really liking it. I really liked the whole idea of it, just the whole thing. once I felt like I understood that world now. Like everything about this world I have a grasp on. Now I don't know about the characters like fully. You know what I'm saying? I'm only on chapter 4, so you know. I don't really know the characters that well, but I understand the world at least. And the world is weird. It is. It's just weird. Like you just go through this world, and I really don't know where all the shit came from yet. I don't understand the BTs where they come from for real. I understand like some bullshit happened, right? And you get dooms, which is like superpowers basically. That I mean, some motherfuckers have stronger versions than others and shit. I mean, it's wild. Like the more I know about the world, the more I like the story and the lore of the whole world, right? And I just want to know more about the shit. Like I need to know more about the shit. The gameplay gets better for me. At first, I was kind of bored of the gameplay because the balancing thing isn't that hard. It's pretty easy to balance shit. I mean, I was really good. I was carrying mad amount of shit before I even got the muscle legs, whatever the fuck, the robot legs. You know what I'm saying? Before I even got those, I was cold with it already because I was just good. Like I find like shallow areas, streams where I can walk over instead of having like to fall over and shit. I barely fall over. Matter of fact, the only time I fall over underwater is like when I have all kinds of equipment. I was just like, you know what, I can make this shit, and then I fuck up. You know what I mean? But before I had all that shit, I was cold because I would actually pick the routes correctly and all that shit. And that's what I was thinking. Like after about 15 hours of the game, right? I was like, holy shit, I never realized this. I don't really stop and plot out routes and shit in any other game. Even any other open world game, you just go there. You know what I'm saying? I sit down, I plot out the routes and all that bullshit first before I even fuck with it. And the enemies encounters. I mean, I'm playing it on normal. I ain't playing it on hard because I usually play games on hard mode, but I don't know what hard mode in the whole in this game is like. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just trying to at least understand this shit. So I didn't play it on hard mode. I just played it on regular, which is rare. But I don't feel like this game is a type of game where it matters like that. You know what I mean? I don't think it matters that much if you play hard mode or regular mode. It's not like a shit. It's not like a Devil May Cry where hard mode, Dante Must Die mode is very different than human mode. You know what I mean? But this game is, to me, it's exciting. It's what the next era of games could be. I mean, I'm not saying I love everything about it. Like I mentioned before, like there's certain things about it I think could be better. Um, was it Josh or I forgot who it was on the round table that brought it up, but I agree with him fully. I think the the UI of the game sucks. You know what I'm saying? When you, what's up, Cyber Drive? When you like make a delivery, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just talking, overall encompassing things, right? When you make a delivery, it takes forever. Not the journey, the part where you put that shit into the fucking machine. Like you just fucking have to go to this menu for this to do this, and then I have to like wait. Like it's just a lot of shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of shit. I think that shit could be streamlined. The whole UI of the game could be streamlined because it's a lot of shit, man. And it's all, you have to go to certain windows to do certain things, and you like it's just, you know what I mean? It's a encompassing mess, man. Like I don't like it. I think that shit could have been streamlined to be much better. You know what I mean? I think that shit could be much better. It could be improved because this game is really non-violent. It tried to be as non-violent as possible. Even when you're violent, you're not really violent. You know what I mean? You throwing blood and poop and shit. You throwing literal shit at monsters is basically what's going down. You know what I mean? You shoot motherfuckers with, what are those shit called? With ropes and tie them up and shit. You know what I mean? You don't really hurt motherfuckers. And I don't mind that. At first it was polarizing. I had to get used to it. But the more I play, the more like I think the game is just trying see if you a good dude or not. That's basically what it is. I feel like I'm just like you play to be a good dude because once you, I mean, what is it? Once you play 4 or 5 hours in, I think once you know deliver some shit and start bringing shit into the map, right? Once you what is it, the Cairo network? Once you get the Cairo network going, you see other players shit, you start want to do that, right? You start want to help other motherfuckers out for no reason. Right? You start wanting to help other motherfuckers because you appreciative as fuck when the other motherfuckers help you out. You thought you fucked, and then all of a sudden you see a fucking bridge. You like, oh shit, there's a bridge. You know what I'm saying? And you were straight. Like it's just those moments in the game is what makes it so good for me. Just the moment where just some random motherfuckers out there just helped you just save your motherfucking life. You know what I mean? And you just want to do the same thing for some other motherfuckers out there. I don't know if everybody feel that way when they play, but I feel like I just want to be as helpful as a motherfucker in this game. It's almost like we have to like every gamer somehow band together as they play this game against the world that this motherfucker created to fuck us up. Because this world sucks. Like, can you imagine though, living in Death Strand, the universe of Death Stranding? I would not want to live in this motherfucker. This is probably like one of the worst apocalyptic world you could live in. You know what I mean? I take a zombie apocalypse way, way before this bullshit, man. Way before this bullshit. Are you kidding me? The responsibility of living in this bitch is fucking ridiculous. You can't even kill yourself. You can't even kill yourself. You kill yourself and you gonna fuck around and have that motherfucking crater, you know what I'm saying? A massive void out in your area, kill everybody around you and shit. You're forced to stay alive. That's how fucked up it is. You can't even kill yourself. Yeah, yeah, Cyber Dragon Bolas. Yeah. You know, like that's some fucking nonsense. You literally have to fucking you have to stay alive for the good of everyone else. You can't just be like, oh fuck it, I don't want to deal with this bullshit no more and just take yourself out. You can't do it. Fuck around, get you know what I'm saying? Fuck around, die like in the worst way. Like I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want to where like before I die, when I realize I die, I want to. I'd rather kill myself first than what's about to happen to me. That shit's some bullshit. I do not want that. This world is fucking horrifying. Fucking every time it rains, you know what I'm saying? You can't be caught out no matter what in the rain because you fucking get hit by the time fall and shit. Get old as fuck for no reason. You know what I'm saying? BTs come out. And I gotta admit, man, the BTs in this game, the first couple encounters, it was terrifying, but after a while, you just get so used to them, they're not scary anymore. Do y'all feel that way? Or maybe shit would change once I hit like chapter 5 and beyond. But in chapter 4, like after a while, once you start getting weapons and all this other shit, they're just not a threat no more. You know what I mean? They're not as scary as they first was when you fucking didn't have shit. You basically had to sneak through them and shit. Hold your breath. That's an amazing mechanic, man. Holding your breath. That shit's terrifying. And me, I'm not a crazy Kojima fan, but it's just amazing. The more I play it, the more I like it. The first 20 hours was like a roller coaster of not sure if I like it or not to really liking it back to I mean I'm getting kind of bored to back up to oh shit what the fuck is all this about, like it's a crazy roller coaster of fucking interest and emotions that I go through in the first 20 hours. Now I can't stop. Now I'm like oh I'm locked in now. But the first 20 hours was really like interesting for me. Jemai, I ain't gonna front though, man. I ain't gonna front. I feel like how hard can it be to? Well, I mean, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to be disrespectful at all. But he got the Decimate engine, and plus, it's not like they have to like render like crazy, jungle environments or nothing. Everything is basically rock and moss and shit. But I ain't gonna front, the rock and moss and snow and shit is fire. I ain't gonna front, but I'm just saying it's easy to have crazy draw distance and all this other shit when you don't have to also render giant trees and plants and wild animals running around constantly. I mean, they have little animals, you know what I mean? Little shit, butterflies and whatnot flying around this game, but you can't have no. You know what I mean? I am impressed though. It looks very good, but at the same time, I mean, Decimate engine already in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, the first couple encounters of the BTS was some bullshit, man. Like there was some bullshit. I was like, what the fuck is this? The first couple of times I shook them, like I ain't had no trouble. Like I forgot which time. Like the first time I had to fight a BT. Not. What are the fucking creatures called? Are those also BTs? Or the floating people with the invisible motherfuckers with the handprints? Are those BTs? I know those are BTs. Are the creatures that you know that you fight after they drag your ass around also a BT? Is that what it's also called, or is it called something else? Yeah, characters models off the hook though. The story is so fucking. You know what's weird about this game? The story is not like it's hard to like follow. You know what I mean? The story is very easy to follow. It's just fucking out there. It's not hard to grasp. It is just fucking weird. It's just fucking out there. Fucking I'm not to the point where I got to be privy of what Matt Mikkelsen's character fully is, but it seems like he's either here's my theory, right? And I don't know if this is spoilers or not, but this is just a theory, right? This is just a game theory. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the fourth chapter, and this is what I'm thinking. It's either so Sam every time he plug into the baby, that man said you're getting like reverb basically from what the baby saw or whatever, right? So it could be that. It could be that's just the memories of the baby or the BB, right? Me, I'm thinking that's Sam's memory. Like Matt Mikkelsen's is his dad or some other shit because BBs are taken out as stillborn moms, right? So I mean, shit, you still have to have a dad to have a stillborn mom, as fucked up as it is, right? What if Matt Mickelson knew which one was his stillborn baby, right? He kept it. That's what I'm thinking, right? And that's Sam. I could be all the way fucked up, but you know, because Sam has the scar. You know what I mean? He has the shit, and that's because he wasn't born normally. You know what I mean? He was a stillborn mom baby. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking, anyways. So I think those are Sam's flashback, not his BB's flashback. His BB probably I don't know. His BB's probably some other shit because they said his shit and that motherfucker wasn't working right when Sam first got him. But I think he's working on a whole different level. That's why they don't know what's going on with it yet. But yeah, the story is like fucking it's not hard to grasp. It's just weird. You just basically have to hold on to the ride and just follow this shit. So you know what I'm saying? You just have to like just touch down for the ride and follow it. But that's like, I was just saying, man. First 20 hours of the game, I had to go through that roller coaster of not knowing if I like it or I don't like it. I think I like it, and then I got bored, and then I really like it, and then I got bored, and then I really really like it, and now can't stop playing it. And usually, to be honest with you, I don't think a game like this is usually for a motherfucker like me. You know what I mean? I'm not dude who prefer not to press a whole lot of buttons as he play video games. You know what I'm saying? ADD type of gaming, right? But it takes a lot to play this game. You have to be mindful of so much shit. Like it's fucking exhausting. Like a solid delivery is fucking exhausting, bro. By the time you know what I'm saying? By the time you get to like the spot where you need to be, is it feels like a journey every time you make a decent delivery. But but there are certain moments in time where I'm like, man, this is boring. Until you get more equipment and other shit, and you're like, damn, this game is dope, right? there's so many good things about it. There's also a few misses, like we were saying, just the UI just it sucks. I think it sucks. It's whack. Like you get used to it after a while once you like understand where to go to do what, then you're good. But it's still cumbersome. You know what I mean? I bet you by the time I finish this game, I would have spent hours just in the control menus alone. Well, not control menus, just the menus alone, just being in that motherfucker doing the stuff I need to do. I bet you it takes hours to complete. Because every time I'm in there, it takes me 3 to 7 minutes to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of times. The amount of times you make one delivery to another spot, and you have to go through that cycle of all these windows and shit again. You know what I mean? I think that could be improved on. But besides from that, man, it's here's how I feel. Right, personally, let's get to Game Awards shit. I haven't finished this game, but here's what I will say about it. If this game carries on the trajectory that it's going on, then I mean, out of the games within the categories that got Game of the Year, that's nominated for Game of the Year, I feel like Death Stranding deserved it. I do. I love Sekiro. Don't get me wrong, I love Sekiro. Sekiro is fucking vicious, but Sekiro doesn't really does it is it a drastic change for gaming? It's not really that. I didn't say it will. I don't really know which game will, to be honest. I don't know what will win D. I'm just saying it deserves it because I mean I love Sekiro. I love Resident Evil 2 remake. What were all the other games? Astral Chain was what? Astral Chain ain't one of them. Gears of 5 ain't one of them. I'll get to that shit in a second. Oh, you didn't do a lot of side quests in Jemiah? I fuck around with all kinds of side quests. I can't call it I can't call it D. As much as I love Resident Evil 2, does remakes deserve to win? I mean, I wrestle with that idea too, man. I was just thinking to myself about that, and to be honest with you, the remake is such a big departure from the original that you can argue that it's a whole different game. You know what I mean? It can be. What's up, Sick? I mean, it could be. It could be a whole different game. I mean, I love Resident Evil 2, and I love Sekiro, but I think Death Stranding deserved that shit. And y'all already know me. I already told y'all it's not like it was all sunshine and rainbows, upside down rainbows with this game with me. I mean, I went through peaks and valleys with it. At certain points where it was amazing, at certain points it dips for me, and you know. And the more I play, the better it get. But still, like I think it deserved this shit because what's the difference between this game and all the other game I've played this year or practically in the last 10 years? It's just it command my full attention. Whether for good or for bad, I can't really tell you. It just depends on the person playing. But I turn everything else off when I play this game, right? it, it demands your undivided attention. And if you're not good with that, I guess it falls apart for you. I think that's what it is. You have to like pay this game the fuck attention. And it's really weird because a lot of the gameplay is, you walking through like a beautiful landscape. And to most motherfuckers, like, why would you have to pay attention? But because a fucking rock can kill you. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay attention. You can't even like let go of L2 for a second. This motherfucker topple off and lose everything. Like there's just the nuance to this game is amazing. And like I said, the story is not hard to follow. It's very easy to follow. It's just fucking insane and out there. You feel me? It's just insane and out there. So I think it deserved it. Now, me, my personal game of the year is Devil May Cry 5 because the amount of, if anyone's, friends with me on PlayStation, I'm sure you see the amount of hours I put into Devil May Cry 5. That's my game of the year personally. I think it deserved to win. I'm not even through Death Stranding yet, but I think it deserved to win. I don't even think Devil May Cry 5 deserved to win. It's my personal game of the year. But if we look at the Game Awards as something like an actual serious thing, which no one should, you know what I'm saying? Which no one should. But let's just say like the Game Award is like a prestigious fucking award that will actually mean some shit. There's some real shit, right? That actually means something, that they actually look into who deserve what and why and all that bullshit, right? I still think Devil May Cry 5, even though it's my game of the year, I don't think it deserved game of the year because it didn't do anything grand for the or amazing. Yeah, it doesn't do anything above and beyond as far as what an action game is. It just does what an action game is very well. You feel me? Devil May Cry does action game very, very well. It is probably the best action game out there, in my opinion, right? If you're not into it, you're not into it. But in my opinion, it is the best fucking contemporary modern day fucking action hack and slash game of all times. But the reason why it's so good is because it had the pedigree from fucking 4 games ago. All it did was just improve upon what it did originally very well. And they succeeded. It's an amazing game, but that's it. Right? It didn't do anything more than that for hack and slashers. I argue that fucking Bayonetta did more for hack and slashers than Devil May Cry 5. It did new things for the genre and all that kind of stuff. Devil May Cry 5 didn't really did that. It just basically Devil May Cry 4 except good. You know what I'm saying? Except it looks amazing and it actually have a cohesive story. That's all it really is. But Death Stranding is not like that. And while we on the subject, you know damn well Gears 5. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like I mentioned, Devil May Cry 5 is my game of the year, right? My personal game of the year. But I don't think it deserved a nomination for game of the year because of that. You know what I'm saying? And for sure, if we talking about that, we gonna talk about Gears 5. I definitely don't think Gears 5 deserves that shit either. If anything, like let's be real, this is not even the personal thing. This is just me saying like I don't think Devil May Cry 5 deserve a nomination, but like pit it up against Gears 5, I think Devil May Cry 5 deserved that more than Gears 5, don't you think? Gears 5 not only did it not do anything more for its genre, you know what I'm saying? Third person shooter. It didn't even do it well. It didn't even do it better than its previous iterations. Devil May Cry 5 is the best Devil May Cry 5 ever made. Let alone the best, action adventure game probably ever made. Well, I don't think it's called action adventure game. I think it's just action game, right? Stylized action game. It's probably the best ever made. It improved upon its predecessors. It's the best there is at this moment. Gears 5 cannot say the same shit. Come on now. You're telling me Gears 5 is the best Gears? Let's be real with it. You know what I mean? It's not even the best Gears, let alone the best third person shooter. Are you crazy? You feel me? Like, are you crazy? You really think is on that level as a third person shooter, let alone an action game? Right? Let alone an action game, you think it deserved that? And Sekiro deserved to be on that nomination list over Devil May Cry 5 because it's an interesting concept, more so than what From Software have done. It's not the same From Software game that you think of when you think From Soft, right? It deserved to be on there. RE2 is what I wrestle with because, does remake deserve to be on it? But at the same time, the remake is such a drastic difference between the original that you could argue it's a whole different game and it deserves to be on that list. And you technically wouldn't be wrong because it's an over the shoulder horror slash action game. And that's the problem with Resident Evil as a whole. To be honest with you, it like you know it balanced beam on this horror action game type game that is like the first half is usually horror, right, and the second half is usually an action game. Even if it's supposed to be scary in the second half, you're just not scared no more. Like Resi 2 remake, right? The first the first half is fucking terrifying. And I'm talking about the first half of just one character. I'm not talking about the full first half. I'm just talking about like the first half of a character's run through, right? You were scared for a little bit, but once you get enough weapon, you so G'd up, it doesn't even fucking matter no more. You just fucking blasting. When was the last time COD fucking got nominated? JKS. It's probably been a long ass time, right? For game of the year. I don't think COD's ever. Maybe back in the heyday. Hey, Days Gone is this fucking year's fucking Spider-Man. Well, actually, Spider-Man at least was nominated for a lot of shit. I don't think Days Gone got anything. And to be honest with y'all, man, I don't think it deserved a nomination. I love Days Gone, but I don't think it deserved a nomination either. It's a very good open world game, but it's nothing besides from the massive horde, I guess, the massive zombie horde. I mean, there's not really anything amazing about Days Gone either. I mean, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I like the story. I like a lot of the gameplay, but it's still very open world type gameplay. There's not that much nuance to it either. And if we're gonna be fair about it, if we can take our own bias out of it, like I mentioned to you, Devil May Cry 5 is my game of the year, but it don't deserve a nod to be a game of the year. You know what I mean? Holy shit, yeah. Days Gone won the Golden Joystick. Dude, this how many of these motherfucking awards are there? Like I don't even know. You know, during award season, all of a sudden you hear all kinds of awards. Joystick award. I heard the joystick award before, but the golden joystick before. But I'm just saying, there's so many awards out there too. Like everybody has an award, right? But Jeff Keighley's game award is, I guess, the biggest one. At least the one that matters the most. Kind of like Evo, right? Evo is like not the only fighting game tournament, but it's probably the most important one. Winning Evo is more important than winning Capcom Cup almost. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if winning Evo is more important than winning Capcom Cup. They're probably like on par with each other, but like I'm saying, there's a whole bunch of them out there, and right, they none of them really matter that much. But let's talk about it as if it does, as if like it's actually an honorable award to be a part of, right? Death Stranding deserved that. Sekiro deserved that. You can make an argument for RE2. You can. I mean, I wrestle with it. I'm not even sure which route I'm going with it, to be honest with you. I'm like, does this remakes deserve to be nominated? But what if the remake is such a drastic difference from the original that you can't really even call it? Like, it's a whole different game. Like, what do you? I mean, awards are the only thing that is nice from awards, I guess, is if the developers actually like took it seriously, then it's nice for them. You know what I mean? It's nice that if you put all this hard work into a game for 3 to 6, 7 years, however long it takes for somebody to make a really good game, and you get nominated for an award, you won that. It does. I'm assuming that does feel nice, right? Who doesn't want to get an award for something they work really hard on? But as far as to the culture, to gamers and stuff, I don't really think it fucking matters. It don't really fucking matters because the game of the year is whatever it is that you hold dear to you? Like in that year, what game stuck out to you, right? But if you really take an award seriously, right? If there is an establishment where they actually take an award seriously, I feel like what nominates you to be game of the year should be the game that personified that year. You know what I mean? And as far as I'm concerned, the love and the hate that this game is getting is polarizing, right? It makes it interesting to for us to even talk about gaming because gaming talk is really stale because motherfuckers usually don't talk about the game itself. They talk about everything around the game. You know what I mean? How well the game sell, how well people received it. There's nothing ever that motherfuckers actually speak about when they actually speak about the game itself. Death Stranding is one of those games where if you haven't played it, it's very obvious. It's very obvious if you haven't played it. You know what I mean? If you talk about it and you haven't played it, it's fucking very obvious. It's one of those things where you have to experience. What's up, Titan? What's up, Titanfall? Yeah, man, it's one of those games that you have to experience. Whether you like it or not is up to you. I mean, I don't think that when Kojima said what he said, he meant what people said he meant, and I'm sure it's obvious to everyone, even the motherfucker who said he was being quote unquote racist, which is fucking hilarious. You can't be racist towards Americans. Americans are not a race; it's a nationality. It's made up of many different races. But that's not even the point, right? That's not even the point. It's just if you don't like it, you have a lot of good reasons why you wouldn't because you didn't like it. But if you liked it, I'm sure you have many reasons why you do. Like I said, it's not all sunshines and upside down rainbows with me. There's certain things about this game I don't like. I think the interface is cumbersome. Just getting stuff done on a fucking on those menus, just fucking the menus are fucking they could be streamlined. The menus could be streamlined. That's all I'm saying. Um, Besides from that, originally I did tell you in my first 20 hours of playing the game, the first 10 of it was just me trying to figure shit out, and a portion, and then a certain section of it, I got kind of bored, and then it picks back up, and I've been on it since, right? That's what it made me feel. If throughout the whole game you enjoyed it completely, then that's you, right? I had peaks and valleys, and some motherfuckers might pick up, liked it, and then start hating it as it goes, or just start flat out hating it. You know what I mean? But me, I had peaks and valleys in the first 20 hours, and after that, I can't stop playing. Like, I don't know. After the first 20 hours, I'm in there, right? I get excited for the littlest things and shit that makes my deliveries more, more successful and and shit. So I mean, I liked it. As far as games awards go, I don't think none of it matters. But if if you run it like you should, as if it's a real fucking award show, then Death Stranding, I mean, I feel like it deserved to win. I it, I don't see how it can't win, to be honest with you. Why wouldn't it? I mean, and it's really funny how polarizing this game is. Like, there's motherfuckers that absolutely hate this game's guts. And the most hilarious thing is, if you hate the game for the game, I understand, but most motherfuckers who hate it haven't even played it yet, which is very odd. I dislike games that I haven't played before. That's why I haven't buy them and play them because I dislike them. I don't enjoy those games, so I just don't buy them and I don't play them, right? You know what I mean? I just don't buy them. I think it sucks. I don't buy them. I don't play them. Now, if I bought a game thinking that I was gonna like it and then didn't, you know what I'm saying? Then I would just rip that game apart because I had to spend money on it and didn't enjoy the game. Like Red Dead 2. You know, but but if like off the bat, I don't think I'm gonna like a game. I dislike this game, so I didn't buy it. I won't be talking about it how much I hate it because motherfucker, I haven't even played the game to hate it. You have to play a game to hate it. You don't have to play a game to dislike it. You feel me? There's a big difference. You can dislike a game and that's why you didn't buy it in the first place. But you can't hate something you didn't fucking buy and even dealt with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You can't hate something you don't even know. How do you hate something you don't know? You could dislike it. You have you have precognitive, ideas of what this game is, and you dislike it for what you think it is, and that's fine because I do that to a lot of games too. That's why I don't buy them. But if I don't buy them, I don't really have shit to say about it. You know what I mean? Unless there's something outside of that game that happened, like they come out and say, "Oh, this game is exclusively on this platform," and other motherfuckers crying about it, and I'm like, "Why are you crying about it? It's just because." You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. I'll talk about shit that's outside that game, but I'm not gonna speak about the game that I haven't played. It's sad to say Sekiro is amazing on the first two, three playthroughs, but it loses playthrough values real quick once you get good. Once you get good, it gets kind of boring. But the first one, two playthrough of Sekiro was fucking fire though. I mean, Sekiro was, now that I think about it, the thing with Sekiro was when it came out was too hard, right? That was the whole controversy about Sekiro was it's too hard. Death Stranding has a whole lot of controversies that are not really even controversy. They're basically conjured up from out of nowhere and shit. But at the same time, though, I feel like, be honest with you, I feel like this Game Awards shit is it's getting a little out of hand. Like motherfuckers out here tweeting fucking Jeff Keighley. Really? And Jeff Keighley, like, I don't know what position he holds when it comes to the Game Awards. I know he hosted, but does he have any other power besides from hosting it? Because I don't think he has that much power. You know what? I forgot about Metro Exodus Titanfall. I totally forgot about Metro Exodus. I haven't completed yet. I forgot what happened. I think I got bored of the first couple of hours. It's starting too slow for me or something. I got to get back to it. I still haven't beat it. Jeff Keighley has no vote. I'm assuming so, to be honest with you. I don't think you can actually do shit if you are the host. I mean, if it's like a legitimate, award and shit, like I don't think you have any sway as the host. You just host the motherfucker. Damn, 17 gaming journalists. Yeah, so you can't really call it. I mean, wow. Yeah, so I mean, that's just really up to them to decide who wins, and we don't really. I don't know if our votes matter that much, and even if it does matter, our votes just equal to one, right? The most voted game will have one more vote on top of the 17 motherfuckers who already voted, and if 10 of them voted on the game, it's a wrap. So that's a wrap. If you right, it's a wrap. Then I mean, if 10 of those 17 motherfuckers voted on the game, your one vote doesn't matter for shit because the other seven motherfuckers might vote on the game that you want. including the masses. That's one more vote. That's 8 votes compared to 10. Like that ain't. Yeah, man, that's a wrap. But here's how I feel about game of the year shit. Just the term game of the year alone. I feel like that's just what your game of the year should be. The game that made that year for you. That made gaming enjoyable for you that year. That's your game of the year, and that's Devil May Cry 5 for me. I mean, I enjoyed Sekiro thoroughly. It's probably one of the best new IPs in this year, of this generation, matter of fact. I mean, Res 2 was amazing, but Res 2 was a remake. I don't really know how a motherfucker would take that. Days Gone was good, man. I really liked it, but I don't really think it's like the most incredible game ever. It's very good though, for what it is. For an open world game, it's a solid game. Pretty decent. A little bit. I mean, it's not just decent. It's a little bit better than decent story. The story was better than decent. Um, Gameplay was pretty good. It does have some bugs. I ain't gonna front. When I was playing it, I don't know if it's by now it's probably streamlined and everything's all good. But when I was playing it, that shit is buggy, boy. But Death Stranding should win on the merit, and it's not even on the fact that it has a lot of controversy behind it. It should win on the premise alone that it shattered gaming conventions. And not everyone has to like it. Not everyone have to enjoy the direction this motherfucker is going. But it will change. Ah, shit, what's up, Thrash? But I can see this game changing the gaming landscape a lot. As far as how motherfuckers make games, as far as how games are being produced and stuff, how motherfuckers uh, approach game making and stuff. In a few years, you'll see that. I think a lot of times some of the newest, best ideas don't get accepted immediately. Some things are, and I hate to be all, thinking that I could see the future or anything like that, but I can't. I'm not Nostradamus at all. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say is some things get. Why no Astral Change? I wouldn't know because I haven't played Astral Chain. I haven't played Astral Chain to know. But I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of games this year, but Death Stranding really does deserve that shit on the merit that it kind of step away from gaming conventions as far as the convention of it all, how to approach making a game, how to approach gameplay, just the atmosphere of the game itself. It's very different, and it is polarizing. I'm sure not everybody's going to enjoy it, and not everyone has to. But for what it brought to the table, it's beyond every other game there is. You know what I mean? The way I feel when I play this game is so fucking weird. I feel so fucking small. You know what I'm saying? So fucking insignificant. This is how I feel. I'm just walking a barren wasteland. Like you just feel so small and just fucking, you know what I mean? But at the same time, on the flip side of that, you feel like your presence is necessary. You have to fix a lot of shit. You know what I mean? I love that. Like certain games you play for the pure enjoyment of just pressing a button, right? But certain games bring out certain emotions in you that you didn't think a game could and shit. This is one of them. I'm very impressed by that. And it's usually not the type of game that I would enjoy. I'll be really real with you. I'm more of a fucking more of a ADD type of a gamer, you know what I mean? But I think because of this game, I'm actually able to like pull myself together and pay more attention to certain shit. It's and the whole idea of other gamers helping you, you helping other gamers. I mean, I remember before the game came out, I read a tweet somewhere when someone posted Kojima's ideas about the game, where he said uh, the game, in today's society, we go online and we don't see each other and stuff, and it's a very easy atmosphere for motherfuckers to become douchebags, is because you're in an atmosphere that breeds that type of shit. So he was hoping this game can still give you that atmosphere, but he flips it the other way. Like, it's, instead of being a dick, be cool, and no one even has to know that you was cool. Like, you didn't even do it for anyone in mind or anything. Just be a cool dude. Just be. It's like a good dude simulator. You feel me? You are simulated in this world to be what kind of person that you all already are. You not an asshole. You probably play this through this game and you like, I'm trying to help every motherfucker in this game. You an asshole. You probably hate this game. And I'm not saying because you are an asshole, that's why you hate the game. I'm just saying, if you are an asshole, you probably won't enjoy this game. Why would you? This game is basically built on the idea that you should help other motherfuckers to be better connected. You know what I mean? That's basically what it is. I mean, you could hate it for other reasons. I'm just saying, if you was an asshole though, you probably wouldn't enjoy it. Because the whole premise, the reason why this game is even enjoyable is because you're helping someone else out. I think that's what it is. Now that I'm this many hours in, I feel like that's what it is. Reviews are reviews are just like awards, man. What's the difference? It's just Sick was telling us there's like 17 motherfuckers that get to pick. You know what I mean? There's like, I think 17 motherfuckers that get to pick who wins what, right? What's the difference of that between 17 fucking reviews on Metacritic? You know what I'm saying? What's the difference? It's the same shit. I've seen some reviews where, before I played this game, I've seen some reviews, both good and bad, about this game, and I played through, like, now that I'm at this point in the game, I'm like, these motherfuckers never even played this goddamn game, man, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Good and bad on both sides. It's not just the people bashing it, it's not the people praising it, it's both of them. Not all of them, but on both sides, there's people who hasn't even played the game that's talking about it, or at least pay attention. I don't know how can you not pay attention to the game. If you're not paying attention to this game, what else are you doing? Even though it's very slow and methodical, you have to pay attention because it is slow and methodical. You actually have to pay attention. You fuck around and slip on the rocks, fucking a rap for you. But I mean, I think that's not really. It's not really. It's not really the idea that the game is different, therefore it deserves to win. I think it's different, but it did itself very well. It's not just like it's different to be different. It's different because it's supposed to be, and it worked out like tremendously. And with this game, like, if you ask me to put a number review on it, like, once I'm done, I'm not even sure if I can give you one of those. Like, this game is, you know what I mean? This game is amazing for conversations that motherfuckers are not having, right? It challenged so many of the norm that is so worth talking about, but motherfuckers not really talking about the game, about the game. They're talking about everything around the game. How the creator of the game said something and then they took it out of context and get mad for no motherfucking reason. They know damn well what this man means. Everyone does, but they feel like they need to do that. We're not talking about that shit. I'm talking about, like, actually speaking about this game. How do you even put a number score on a game like this? I don't think we should, like, this game like proves it. Like, you can't really put a number score on games. It, it don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. There's certain games where it shouldn't get the game. Like, it's just the idea of how do you put a score on a game? Like, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what the score of this game would be. Like, I'm not done with it yet. I'm thinking I'm halfway through, right? I'm thinking I'm halfway through, or at least like close to halfway through, or somewhere around there. And I don't really know how to put a number score on it. I wouldn't even know where to start. Oh, Word Fallen Order is not for you. It looks nice, man. I ain't gonna front. I'm not a Star Wars dude, but the game looked nice. It looks very God of Warish. The combat, I might be wrong, but it looks very God of Warish, and it looks kind of dope. You know, what I mean? It looks kind of dope. But alright, man, I'm about to head out in a little bit, so let's get to the last shit. I mean, it's fucking 11 o'clock already and shit. But I mean, so what I want to talk about right now is just something I've been thinking about. The gaming landscape's changing once again. Of course, this gen is ending, right? You know what I mean? This gen is ending. This gen has brought so much new bullshit to the table. You know what I'm saying? And this gen, since it is ending, the start of next gen is something to really look out for. You know what I mean? Because the start of next gen has like, all right, so streaming didn't start next gen. It's not starting next gen. It started this gen, right? Streaming started this gen, still working itself out and shit. So by next gen, they should be closer to ready to go and whatnot, right? But the whole idea of Game Pass and PS Now, you know what I mean? Game Pass, PS Now, what else? Stadia, all these streaming, service, online service, and all that kind of stuff. And now we're talking about a whole nother console release within a year from now. So within this last year is, of course, the is this where like consoles are permanently changed as far as we know? You know what I mean? Because right now I play on a PlayStation because it just fits my lifestyle. You know what I mean? I don't really know what next gen is gonna hold. Now, does that mean I'm not getting a PlayStation 5? You fucking crazy. Damn near I'm damn near 100% sure I'm getting a PS5, unless they come out and say some wow shit, and you can't really put it past them. I never do. I'm never 100% guaranteed sold on anything. That's why I don't pre-order. I told you I have trust issues. I don't play that shit. I don't really pre-order nothing unless it's like it's very rare. I think I pre-ordered 3 things in my entire life. It's very rare that I do because I just don't get sold on things too quickly. I mean, I know motherfuckers are sold on this generation for the next generation, right? What if, you know, and from what I understand, PlayStation will be at E3 2020. I don't know if that's a rumor or not. I could have swore I read that somewhere that they were going to be there. What if they come on E3 stage and say something real wild, like fucking insane? You know what I'm saying? Fucking stupid insane. You're like, fuck all that. What if they do that? And the chance of them doing that is very low. Don't get me wrong, very, very low. But can't really put it past them. You never know. You know what I mean? So my taste could change at any minute. Next generation, fuck around, I might get a PC, call it a day because PlayStation's fucking around, right? It could be possible. or could be possible that Xbox come out swinging and PlayStation ain't doing shit, and I'm an Xbox dude next generation. Who knows? The most likely scenario is that PlayStation 5 come out, talk some good shit, and I have a PlayStation 5 next generation. That's the most uh that's the highest the best possibility out there is that PlayStation's gonna say some cool shit, and I'm gonna cop a PlayStation 5 next generation. Right? That's the best probability is that's gonna happen. But you never know. Shit can go, south real quick with any of these companies. I don't really trust none of them. At the same time, um, I don't really I don't treat these companies like they're one person or they're people. You know what I'm saying? When you hear the term PlayStation's being arrogant again, that came from the PS3 era, right? When PlayStation came out and announced that shit, and people called them arrogant for it. And to be really real with you, I never think that's arrogant, because arrogant is such a human trait, a one person human trait that a company doesn't have. When PlayStation made those moves, they was under the impression that the audience wanted certain things. That's why they did it. They're a company, they're out to make money. Therefore, they said, you know what? Our audience has bought hundreds of thousands of PlayStation 2s. They love gaming, they love entertainment. They want a system built dedicated for it, powerful, all this bullshit. They came out of PS3 and it says 600 motherfucking dollars. Because y'all love gaming, y'all want a powerful system, so here you are. And the audience was like, what the fuck? Right? The fuck y'all thinking, Sony? Right? The fuck are y'all thinking? And it became a disaster. And they call it arrogant. But me, I never consider that to be arrogant. Right? I consider that a mishap in R&D. That's R&D mishap. Because it's a company. They want to sell you shit. They want to make shit that you want to buy. And when they came out and they announced this shit because they thought that's what you wanted. And you did not. So it's like, oh fuck. Right? So that's how it happened. So I don't like to do that shit. I try my best not to think of companies like they're fucking people. Like it's a person. Like Sony is a dude named Sony. Some Japanese motherfucker named Sony that wear flip flops and eat sushi and shit. You know what I mean? No. No, it's a mass corporation of hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers working there. Right? And some shit can fuck up. You never know. And as an audience member, as a customer, you have to be able to fucking tell these companies what direction to go in. And I'm fearful for the gaming landscape going forward, because we are no longer taking responsibility to do that. I don't know if it's the people who represent the mass audience or the mass audience is doing this, but more and more it seems like, as much as motherfuckers pretend like they don't care about console war shit, they really do, and it's really fucking it up, because motherfuckers not really holding that responsibility to tell these companies what the fuck we want. You feel me? Sony didn't fuck up because they was arrogant. They fuck up because there was poor R&D. They thought the audience wants something. The audience did not. During the PS3 launch generation, motherfuckers did not want to spend $600 on a game system for no games. Let's be real. PS3 launch, no games. Not for real. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, it doesn't seem like we're doing that. We're giving companies chances. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of chances. To the point where it doesn't even make sense. These are companies, they're not people. They're made off of people, but they're not one person. You feel me? What do you mean give this company a chance? I will make something I want and I'll buy the shit. That's the chance you're getting from me. What do you expect? It's the same with any other company. But the gaming landscape nowadays is different. Motherfuckers capping for these companies. which makes no sense whatsoever. You tell someone what you don't like about a company, why they're failing you as a customer, and you have this other motherfucker sitting here next to you talking about, well, you have to understand in that year, they was doing this, and motherfucker, do I look like I give a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do I look like I give a fuck the trials and tribulations of this company? I do not. I respect the nature of the business, though. I respect the game, though. You know, I'm good to the machine. The machine is good to me. Y'all make gaming system and games. I buy systems and play games. It's perfect. That's the match made in gaming heaven right there. I buy systems and games and play them. You know what I mean? Well, the fault of it was difficult for it to learn. Well, it was difficult for games to be built on it because probably it wasn't built for gaming only, you know, in mind. They was doing the whole in one all in one entertainment shit. But that's what I'm saying, and with Xbox, that's what I'm saying too. I don't treat Xbox like it's a person either. Xbox is not a dude in flannels, all right? It's a company, and they too are trying to make money, and they're trying to push it in a way where they think it will be successful. And the scariest thing is Xbox is no longer even doing the part of R&D where they try to figure out what the customer wants. They tell you what you want. They tell you what you want and what you don't want. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And the horrifying part is there's motherfuckers out there like, yeah, man, they right. Single player experience isn't, doesn't mean much anymore like it used to. Doesn't make an impact like it used to. Like, word? You know? And that's what I'm concerned about. Because Stadia, from what I understand, has not reviewed so well. Now, I wouldn't be for sure until I get the service, which I won't, but it just seems like it was sold on hopes and dreams. Just telling me like just things that seem so fucking out there that I don't understand. They come out, they talk about a streaming service that you gotta pay, but you still gotta pay $60 for the game. And motherfuckers are okay with that. You feel me? Motherfuckers are okay with paying $60 and still stream a motherfucker. But that's not even the scary part. You know what the scary part is? The biggest complaint for Stadia is what? Lag, right? It's a streaming service. And they tell you, well, we compensated for that by predicting what you're going to press next on some Minority Report shit. Like, I mean, now I think I was told by, was it Jemiah? Was it Jemiah or Josh? I forgot who told me. It was after the round table the other day. And was talking about, well, in a way, that's how it works. There's a certain amount of predictions involved. I'm like, are you really telling me that this motherfucking system is gonna predict what I press next? Because a lot of games I play, I don't even know what I'm pressing next. And even if that is the case, that is fucking no longer playing a game because I was trying to figure it out. It doesn't make any sense. It was like, well, they predict if you do a certain thing a whole bunch of times. He does look like Shaggy. You know what I mean? He was like, well, you know what I mean? Well, all right. And so the first thing I thought of was fighting games, right? And Titanfall, you probably feel me on this, right? I was like, all right, so is Stadia's going to be able to figure out? I usually go, all right, for instance, let's say I'm playing Street Fighter, right? And I'm used to doing a certain combo. Let's say um, crouching low punch, low kick, low punch again, fireball, or, uppercut, whichever one you want to do, and then super right after that, right? What if I'm really good at doing that and that's my go-to combo? Whenever I'm sure I can get one out, I do that move. And the game predicts, well, this dude is like 95 to 98% accurate on this combo every time he does it. So the next time he pull it off, he's probably going to be able to pull it off. So we're just going to say he pull it off. Does that seem like fair to you? Because the best in the world still drop a combo. You know what I mean? Even Daigo Umehara and them drop combos. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no one that's perfect. So what if the time when I do drop a combo, does it predict that I will make it? How does that work? What if I wasn't able to pull off the fireball before the super in time? Does the fireball still come out? And what if and what if even worse? What if, even though I'm really good at that combo, I learn a new one and I want to test it. I want to practice it. So when I and that combo is similar to the combo that I'm currently doing, right? What if, you know, I go to do the new combo I learned and the system like recognize a different combo? Would they recognize it quickly or would they predict that I'm doing the old one and try to make me do the old one while I'm in the middle of doing the new one? You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, man, I'm not technically inclined enough to be able to tell y'all about how these games are built, how these games work. Shit, I don't even know how to build a PC. I've never even looked into it. I never played PC Simulator, PC Building Simulator. You feel me? That's crazy. Oh, that would drive me insane if I press a jab and I'm just like, wait for it. Yeah. I'm saying like it's just the whole concept of it just seems crazy to me. And in shooters it makes a little bit more sense. In shooters, if the game recognizes that I'm really used to, strafing left, right, when I play, because I'm left-handed, and when I go to start strafing left when I'm shooting a motherfucker, the game recognizes that I'm about to do that, so it does it right at the same time when I'm pressing the button. Maybe. But when it comes to a fighting game, you can have like 30 inputs just to do one combo. Are you going to be able to predict every one of the inputs that I'm about to do? What if I learned a new combo? What if I dropped it this time? What if I was unsuccessful pulling off the combo? Then what? Will it still count as me pulling it off since I pulled it off like 98% of the time before? You know what I mean? Like, and how does that? At that point, is it even playing video games anymore? How about I just play like how about I just play like 100 games, right? And let Stadia predict how well I would play against other motherfuckers from now on, and just have our sprites fight each other without us even playing. Because that's almost like what it is at this point. I'm saying Arsenic Steel. That'd be some wild shit. Man, the AI predicted I was gonna block high. Man, I was trying to block low. I was crouching. You know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. That sweep was bullshit. Hey, and if it really does happen, I would lose my motherfucking mind. I would lose my motherfucking mind if Stadia predicted I was gonna be standing blocking instead of crouching blocking, and I went to go crouch block and it still stood block, and I get sweeped and lose the fucking match. I would fucking lose my motherfucking mind, because who's gonna believe you? Who's gonna believe you? Yeah, son, just take that L, man. Shut your ass up. Talking about Stadia predicted wrong. Nigga, Stadia's never wrong. Like, looking at it. Stadia knew exactly what you gonna do. That's why they did it for you, motherfucker. I would lose my motherfucking mind. But this is the things I'm concerned about in the land, gaming landscape moving forward, because there's motherfuckers out here capping for any company, which is really odd. You fucked up, like, you no longer take any responsibility as a consumer. Shitting on games you hate just to hate. You ain't played it yet. You know what I mean? I hate a lot of games, but I only hate games that I played already that I hate. I can't hate a game I haven't played. I can only dislike it because it doesn't seem like some shit I don't care for, so I don't even play it at all. If you dislike a game enough to not play it, why would you still hate on it? Like, I don't understand. Like, you know what I mean? It's the oddest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I always thought that Stadia is not going to be successful. I can't imagine how it could be. But, crazier things has happened. So I reserve judgment until, it comes out and motherfucker copped it and see what they think. And it's not looking good, right? Me, I'm still good with, consoles and shit. And moving forward, it does seem like I'm probably copping a PS5, but you never know. Shit can be some wild shit. And the older I get, the more I realize being a multi-console owner, multi-platform owner is kind of overrated. Be really real with y'all, man. It's just overrated. And I know motherfuckers out here talking about I'm a real gamer. I buy all the systems so I can play everything. All right, cool. Man. You can say I'm not a real gamer as much as you fucking want. I'll buy one system. I try to be as smart and as savvy as possible as a consumer. Because there's other things I need to spend my money on. I'm not broke by any means. Like, I'm not bragging. I'm not broke by any means. I do okay for myself. I live a decent, well-off life. You know what I mean? Better than most in the world, if you think about it. If you live in America and you have a decent living, you're doing better than most in the world. So, hell no, logical nonsense. I barely think that Smash is a fighting game. It's a brawler. But I will tell you this. Smash is good for its audience. The people behind Super Smash Bros. They do they do that game for their audience. You could see the love they have for their audiences. Shit, I wish Capcom was like that for their fighting game fans. I wish they treat Street Fighter fans the way Smash, treat their fans. You know what I'm saying? Because Street Fighter 5 is on some bullshit. And there's another edition coming. And there's another edition coming. They said they wasn't. They said the reason why Street Fighter 5 is the way Street Fighter 5 was is because they ain't trying to do different iterations. And this is like the motherfucking fourth iteration of the game, I think. Is it the fourth or the fifth iteration? I forgot. Yeah, Impatient Fire. It's not about being cheap or nothing. It's just you have to figure out what you're trying to do in life, man. I love video games, but I have other shit to do. And so I just look out for the one system I feel like fits my lifestyle the best, and I cop it. Now, if there's other shit out there that I have to have because it's necessary, you know what I mean? I'll go out and cop it. I wouldn't mind buying two different systems, or even three, four different systems and shit. If there's certain shit I have to cop, but if I don't have to, I don't see the necessity of doing so. And I know motherfuckers out here talking about, I have to, you're not a real gamer unless you have all the systems. I ain't gonna miss out on nothing. I'm like, I mean, that's true, and that's facts. But why would you have to buy multiple consoles if you don't have to? Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't want to buy multiple consoles for no goddamn reason. If I don't have to, I'm just gonna cop one and be good with it. And thus far, PlayStation has done fine. You never know though. PS5 may change. They might come out say some wild shit when they present it on E3 stage next year. And I'm like, what the fuck y'all trying? What y'all talking about? I might have to be an Xbox dude this generation or a PC dude this generation. Y'all wowing, right? You never know. The chances of that is slim though. I'm pretty sure I'm copping a PS5, but it is slim. All I'm saying is I'm concerned about the gaming landscape moving forward because we have no idea what motherfuckers are on out here. They out here capping for companies for no reason, giving up the rights to complain. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think if you have Game Pass, right, or PS Now, even, you know what I mean? If you have Game Pass, PS Now, not Stadia, all right, because Stadia is a different animal, but a gaming service where you pay $1 or two, or even $5, $10 for a month, and you play that shit, and then motherfuckers tell you that you fucking up the game for doing that, right? You fucking up the game for doing that because you don't see the outcome in the future. What I mean by that is if you pay $1 to play this motherfucking game, the motherfuckers creating that motherfucking game is not getting their money back. There's just no way. It's just like it just wouldn't make any sense. Economically, it just doesn't make any sense for me to spend millions of dollars creating a game just so motherfuckers can pay $1 and play it for a whole motherfucking month. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, it wouldn't even make that much sense for them motherfuckers to pay $10 to play a whole bunch of game that cost millions of dollars to make a month. It's just not viable enough. You feel me? But that's their problem, right? That's those companies' problem. Which is fine. I'll be really real with you. It's fine. That's the way you see it. That's fine. That's their problem. Hey, they never should have gave you the opportunity to do so, anyways, right? You never should have gave me the opportunity to play your shit for $1, all your shit for $1 for the next couple months. You feel me? That's you. That's not me. You gave me the opportunity to do so. All right. And it's hard for other motherfuckers to like say shit to them. You know what I'm saying? What do you like? Tell me I'm stupid for spending less money to play more shit? You know what I mean? Why would I pay $60 if I could pay $1? You know what I mean? How can you argue with that? Why would I pay 60 when I could pay $1 and play this game too? And they're right. Why would I pay $60 for a game when I could pay $1? And it's not me that came up with this idea. It's this motherfucking company that came up with this idea, right? And they right on that. But here's what I will say about this, right? Economically, we both know it wouldn't make sense for that to keep on going. It would never last, right? It's just impossible. You don't have the money coming in. You're not gonna keep spending millions on it. It's just the way it is. But here's the thing. If you pay $1 to play a game, I don't think you have the right to complain about shit. About anything with that game. If it's janky, shut the fuck up. You paid $1. If the story's not good, shut the fuck up. You paid $1, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Whatever the issue may be, whether you don't like the issues surrounding the game or the game itself, you need to shut your bitch ass up. You paid $1. And I hate to admit it, all right, but I think I'm better than you at that point. I paid I paid somewhere between $300 to $600 for this motherfucking console. I paid a whole $60 for this game. I don't like it. I get to bitch about this game as much as I want to. Isn't that fair? It's fair, right? That's fair. I paid $400, $500, $600 for a gaming system. I paid another $60 for the game. I put 10 hours worth in the game, and that 10 hours sucks, and I hate the game. I get to tell people how much I hate the game. You you shut the fuck up and find something else in that fucking list of games then. Shut your ass up. You paid $1. Fuck you gonna say? Like, you ain't buy no console. You ain't show them no love. What do you expect? What do you expect from them or anyone else? Will you expect me to feel bad for you that you spent a motherfucking dollar? That's how much money you put in. Motherfucker, I put in $560 in this gaming system and this game, and this game sucks. Shut your ass up. I want to hear it. You can't complain. You can't. And if you can't complain, then they do as they please. That's what I'm concerned about. You feel me? I feel like you can only blame yourself at that point. You can only blame yourself at that point, and it's only fair, right? They gave you the opportunity to play games for $1 a month, and you took that because you're like, why wouldn't I do something like that? And you wouldn't have to. I mean, no one's gonna stop you. I mean, and it's crazy for it to. I mean, right? I mean, think about it. I mean, who's gonna stop you? It just makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. Guess what I'm gonna do when I want to play Gears? Pay $1, play that shit on my motherfucking laptop, call it a night. I heard this campaign is real short. I could be done with it in a day and play a whole bunch of games the rest of that month for $1. I'm not gonna complain about none of the games I played because I paid $1 for that shit. I mean, how you gonna complain about shit? You can't complain about shit. That's the route you've chosen. You know what I mean? That is the route you have chosen. If I go to a designer boutique, I get to complain about the fabric if it don't feel good on my body. This shirt looked nice, man, but it feels fucked up on me. Like, I don't know why, but it feels itchy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Grab me something else. It's look good on me, but I don't feel good wearing it. I'm about to pay $400 for a shirt. I get to complain as much as I want to about this motherfucker. But if you go to, I don't know, fuck it, Goodwill or something, and I'm not disrespecting people that go to Goodwill, but I'm just saying if you go there and buy something for $2, you pay $2 for a shirt. Just think about the quality you paying for. It's not fair for you to get to pay $1 for a game for a whole month of gaming and still bitch about it. That really wouldn't be fair to the developers and the publishers. That's disrespectful to them. You know what I'm saying? They provide you games, hundreds of games for $1 a month. How can you bitch and cry about it? Like, you can't say shit. And the craziest part is and it's not just about complaining, right? It's not just about complaining because people who spend money on things, their complaints are heard because they spent money on it. Your complaint is not heard when you don't spend money on shit. You think a company give a fuck about the people who don't spend money on them? You think they care about what you gotta say? Motherfucker, you spent $1. This motherfucker just spent $600 with me. And it's not just the right to complain. It's that how much weight your complaint, you know what I'm saying, uh, carries. Because, you pay $1 for a game, you bitch and cry as much as you want, they don't even give a fuck. But you paid solid money for this game, and you play it, and you complain. Companies are apt to listen because it's not like you did all that just to be disrespectful and shit. You really wanted to like certain shit, and you did not. Whether it's the business practice behind it or the game itself. You feel me? That's just the way the business work. You can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't pay $1 and expect the same treatment as somebody who pays 60. It's asinine. I mean, we talking about support, right? You know about support these companies. I don't support no companies. To be really real with you, I buy shit. That's all I do. That's what I do. I just buy shit. That's me supporting you. You make good shit, I buy it. That's how it works with me. You make good shit, I buy it. We both wins. I get good shit, you get the money. You feel me? That's as good as it gets. I'm not giving companies opportunities. I'm not giving them a pass. I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I understand. They didn't do so well that year, therefore they gotta fix it this year, and I can wait. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not waiting on any company, or I'm not none of that shit because they're not people. They're companies. When you make good shit, when you make good business moves, I spend money on you. That's just what it does. You provide something I enjoy, you make good business decisions, I'm with it. You know what I mean? I'm with it. That's all it takes. Give a fuck about these companies. But I understand at the same time, though, the reality of the situation is there's a give and take. We got to be good to the fucking machine. The machines at the same time have to be good to us. Otherwise, it all fall apart. And so the next couple of years, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be glued to see what's going on, man, because we are heading into the final days of this generation. Like literally, because by this time next year, the PS5 will be out. Well, I don't know exactly if it's gonna be by this time next year, but it's Thanksgiving week, 2019. I'm assuming it's gonna be, coming out somewhere around Thanksgiving week, 2020, right? So we have a few things left to look forward to as far as this generation is concerned. Last of Us 2, as far as PlayStation goes, you know what I mean? Last of Us 2, Ghosts of Tsushima might be both a PS4 and PS5 release, which I'm alright with. It just can't be a PS5 release alone. I would lose my shit. I'm not cool with that at all. If Ghost is a PS5 release, not on both, which I know is not going to happen, but you know what I'm saying. The reason why Ghost is so impressive is because it is running on a PS4. A lot of its mistakes go away. If like, oh, it's not coming out on PS4, it's just coming out on PS5. You would fuck it all up. But we're coming into the end of this generation. There's not a lot left besides from a couple of bangers to look forward to. We have a year left of it, right? But moving forward to the next generation is going to be different because right now, since this generation is already established, Stadia and Game Pass and all that shit is still in the background. But what happened when new consoles are announced? It's like a brand new slate. It's kind of like a brand new race at that point, and you'd never know how it goes. I seen a commercial for Stadia the other day, right? And the way they was pushing it was like all your favorite game all in one place, right? No need for hardware, no need for none of that shit. All your games in one place, and that sounds really good if you are quote unquote casual, right? Imagine that if you are casual. Oh, I won't have to worry about anything. All my games are in one place. I just need to click a button and I'm in there. That sounds amazing for a casual, for someone who's not deep in it like a lot of gamers are. A lot of gamers are deep in it. We've been in it for a long time, right? But someone who plays games here or there, you know what I mean? That sounds amazing. I'll just pay a flat fee and then pay $60 a game. I don't know. It still seems so ridiculous to me. But at that next juncture, man, I want to see what it's like because motherfuckers out here capping for companies, but at the same time aren't supporting them. Will Xbox last next gen as far as a console is concerned? Will it even last next generation? And I'm not bringing this up to dog Xbox, but this is just the truth. The reality of the situation is Xbox has not done very well this generation. Every time we mention that a game did poorly, you know what I mean, on the system, they was like, well, it's only at 30 something, 40 million. You can't compare that to a 100 million console that PlayStation have. And I'm like, how do you spin that into a good thing? Motherfucker, you talking about this game console has not sold more than 40 million that's in no more than 40 million people cared enough to buy this motherfucking console. Because it sucks, no one's buying it. Like, I mean, whose fault is that? Like, why are you making it seem like, oh, why it's so dumb to compare a 100 million console to just 30 something? Like, you stupid ass motherfucker, think about it. This motherfucker's out there caring enough for a PS4 to buy it 100 million plus times. And there's not enough people out there caring enough to buy this motherfucker over 40 million, right? They don't care enough for the console or the games, or the games that goes along with that motherfucking console. So will they even last another generation? And all their marketing, all the moves they made so far seem like they just pushing that Game Pass shit, right? And how well would Game Pass work out? I don't know, but it seems like the games they make are very, how do I say this, Disney Channel friendly. You feel me? It seems that way, don't it? Very adorable games. Shit looks adorable. What the fuck are you gonna say? You paid $1 for it. Yeah, man. That's what I'm just thinking about. The gaming landscape of the next generation is gonna be odd, man. Me, I still feel like consoles just a hardware console sitting on your motherfucking nightstand or whatever the fuck you use. You know what I'm saying? Your gaming setup, whatever it is in your living room, just a hardware, just console, just sitting there that plays game and shit. It worked out so far for me, and I've played games for what, 20 something odd years already. It's worked out pretty well. So I don't see myself doing any different than the PS5 next generation, unless Xbox like really doing it next generation. I don't see how that's possible, but I'm willing to give them the opportunity to try. And that's what I mean. I don't boycott any company either. Not in the sense that other motherfuckers do. You know, the relationship I have with these companies is they make shit and I buy them. They don't make shit I don't want. I mean, they make shit I don't want. I don't buy it. That's just the way it works. It's hard for me to boycott any company really, because, like I said, I mean they're not a person. You know what I mean? I can dislike a person, not talk to them no more. Hate or even hate a motherfucker, right? But this is just a company that makes shit. It's built off of thousands of other motherfuckers working there. I'm not gonna treat them like it's one motherfucker. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. I don't boycott nothing. There's a lot more to a fucking company than you may think. You know what I mean? If you make, I mean, all right, like you say you boycott a company, they make this fucking one product that's fucking incredible for you. What are you gonna do? Not buy it? You're not gonna buy it? Like, this motherfucking product would change your life. You're not gonna buy it because of how they treat let me guess, how they treat their employees, or they've done some bullshit in the past, or whatever the case may be. I don't give companies chances, but at the same time, I don't treat them like, a person either. You either make something worth me buying or you don't. I hope that people can. I don't want people to adopt my mindset, but what I'm saying is I hope people can distinguish between that type of shit, between fucking the words that you use and the things you actually mean. Because sometimes you can misconstrue the word that you use, and after a while it become a whole nother meaning that doesn't mean what you think it means at all. And call a corporation fucking arrogant. That's the oddest thing I've ever seen in my life. And you see it all the time. You see it plastered everywhere. Oh, Sony's being arrogant. Like, I don't know no motherfuckers named Sony. You know what I mean? It's a giant corporation that's trying to make money. Really? What if Madden becomes really dope again? Or what if Live becomes really dope again, fam? Can't really, you never know. What if they get new management in? Switch shit up. Next Madden's fire. That's what I'm saying. I can't really do it. Like even Konami, right? Even Konami, I fucking hate Konami at this moment. Fucking hate Konami at this moment. The way the company handled their shit, right? Not hate them like Konami is a motherfucking person. It's not as a giant company. I hate the way they do the business that they doing right now. You know what I mean? I hate how they went the way they went. But if they start coming back, drop bangers on us, I'm not gonna like not buy it. That's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. You know what I mean? You never know. That's what I'm saying. You never know. That's why I'm not ever gonna treat companies the way I treat people. It doesn't make sense. I mean, if you boycott something, it better mean something. You know what I mean? It better mean something greater than that, than dissatisfaction with products. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, like let's say there's a company out there, like a tuna fish company, right? And their nets kill millions of baby seals a year, right? Well, not millions. I don't know there is that many seals left. Like, let's say thousands upon thousands of baby seals a year. And all they could do is just change up the way they use their nets, right? And still catch tuna and not hurt baby seals, right? And they don't do it. I'm not gonna buy that tuna fish can, right? I'm not, because that's fucked up. You should be able to fix. And I gotta send a message to your ass that you can't have my $3.99 because you fucking around like that. And as soon as they change it, I'll probably use it again. I ain't gonna front. It has to be something pretty serious for me. Like, damn, bro, like this is fucking nuts, right? But I'm not gonna like not use like buy shit from a company, because what if like they switch shit around and they shit's become fire? Like, I'm not gonna be able to buy because I put my foot down and said I'm gonna boycott this shit. No, no, you never know. Motherfucker, BMW used to make fucking machinery for Germany. Chances are you got one of these. Fucking my TV just turned on for no fucking reason. You feel me? BMW used to make fucking machinery for Hitler. So did a bunch of other German companies. So did a bunch of American companies on the low. I don't know if you know that shit, but a lot of American companies was also making shit for fucking Germany at the time. They still exist to this day. I mean, what are you gonna do? Not cop a Beamer? Is that what you're doing? Not even on the fact, that Beamers like, if you don't cop a Beamer because you don't like Beamers, then that's a whole nother thing. But if you like Beamers, you know what I'm saying? If you like the way they look, the way they sound, the way they feel as you driving and shit, and in history class you learn that BMWs used to make shit for Nazi Germany. An M5 is no longer on the wish list. Is that what you're telling me? You feel me? Like, it's just, I I think people put too much value into their emotions when it comes to this type of shit. It's just products and services we use to make our lives better. Just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But alright, man. I think I've went long enough. It's been a while. That's why I'm probably rambling and shit. But I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I don't really think people was gonna show up like that, because I mean, I've been gone for like months and shit. But yeah, man, I've been gone for a little bit because like I told y'all earlier, I got personal shit going on, and it's not bad. It's nothing crazy or nothing. Like, I'm good. It's just shit around me. Certain things need to be worked on to improve shit, and I haven't been around because of that. I'm still here and there, but I'm not. Wasn't able to like sit down and do this shit the way I would want it to. But I'm back. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Maybe Tuesday if we doing the round table. I think we are. I'm not sure. I don't fucking know. I don't know shit about the round table. I just show up. You know what I mean? I feel like I have more responsibility towards the round table than I do my own channel sometimes, because I'm a member of a group, and it's necessary that my presence is there. But it's my own shit. I'm like, what I mean? It's my own shit. I make the choice of showing up or not. You feel me? I mean, there's a certain amount of responsibility you have when you're a part of an ensemble that expect you to be there from time to time. So I mean, that's why I make it to the round table more times than I do my own shit. But I should be, you know what I'm saying, here next Sunday, Tuesday as well. If we doing Tuesday and Fridays, I'll be here for all three. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, appreciate y'all coming through. You know what I mean? Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. Y'all have a good night, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday. Deuces.